Who is God? No. What is God? Before we answer that, let's remove religion from the room. No buildings, no denominations, no stained glass, no pulpits. Just existence. We are here. The world is here. Consciousness is here. Matter exists. Time moves. Thoughts form. Stars burn. Something is. That is where we begin. Not with doctrine, with the undeniable fact that something exists. If something exists, an atom, a heartbeat, a thought, a galaxy, a law of physics, time, dimension, awareness itself, then existence is not an illusion. Existence is real. But existence is not self-explanatory. Nothing we observe sustains itself independently. Every force relies on another force. Every structure rests on deeper structure. Every law functions within a framework. So the question becomes, what is the foundation of existence itself? What is the ground beneath all grounds? If existence is here, what allows it to be here? That allowance is what we call God. Not a sky being, not an old man on a throne. The ground of being itself. In philosophical language, this is called the necessary being. Everything we observe is contingent. It could have not existed. You could not have existed. This planet could not have existed. This universe could have unfolded differently. But if everything is contingent, then something must be necessary. Something must exist in such a way that non-existence is impossible. That foundational reality, the uncaused cause, the self-sustaining source, the ground of being, is what many traditions call God. This is why Revelation says, "I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end." Revelation 22:13. That is not poetry. It is structure. Nothing begins outside of existence. Nothing ends outside of existence. There is no outside. If God is the ground of being, then nothing escapes that ground. Omnipotence is often misunderstood. It is not about flexing power. It is about being the source of power. No ability originates independently. No force sustains itself. Everything that moves, moves within existence. And if God is the ground of existence, then all power flows from that ground. This is why Yehoshua says, "With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Matthew 19:26. Not because God cheats physics, but because physics exists within God. Possibility itself is nested inside existence, and existence rests in the source. Now consider this carefully. The Big Bang Theory proposes a singular origin point, a beginning, a concentrated state from which space, time, and matter expanded. Creation theology also proposes a singular origin point. The difference is not origin. The difference is interpretation. One sees impersonal emergence. The other sees intentional grounding. But here's the honest truth. Neither has been observed directly by human consciousness. Both require trust in inference. Both involve faith in explanatory models. The real philosophical question is not, was there a beginning? The real question is, what sustains reality right now? Not billions of years ago, right now. Why does existence continue? Why does structure hold? Why does mathematics map onto reality? Why does consciousness arise from matter? If existence were purely accidental chaos, stability itself becomes harder to explain. But if existence is grounded in a necessary being, stability reflects its nature. Now we move carefully. If God is the ground of being, then everything that exists participates in that ground. That does not mean everything is God. It means everything exists within God, like waves within an ocean. The wave is not the ocean, but it cannot exist apart from it. This aligns with Luke 17:21. The kingdom of God is within you, or in your midst, depending on translation. Either way, the implication is powerful. The presence of God is not distant, not confined to geography, not locked in a building. If God is the sustaining ground of existence, then the breath in your lungs exists because of Him. The neurons firing in your brain exist because of Him. The awareness observing this sentence exists because of Him. God is not identical to the universe, but the universe cannot exist apart from Him. In all, yet beyond all. Here is where it becomes profound. You are conscious. You are aware that you are aware. If God is the ground of being, and consciousness arises within existence, then consciousness itself participates in that ground, not as the totality, but as reflection. We are finite centers of awareness within infinite being. In that sense, existence is aware of itself through us. We are not the source, but we are expressions within it. And if that is true, then God is not far away, not detached, not watching from a distance, but sustaining every moment of perception. Now we confront the hardest question: death. If God is the ground of being, then nothing can exist outside that ground. When a person dies, their biological form ceases, but existence itself does not. If something continues to exist in any form, it exists within the sustaining ground. God does not lose anything, because losing would imply separation from existence, and nothing exists outside of existence itself. That does not erase grief, but it reframes distance. So who is God? Perhaps the better question is, what is the foundation of reality? What is the ground beneath all grounds? What sustains existence right now? Not symbol, not system, not denomination, but the necessary being, the Alpha, the Omega, the ground of being itself. Not everything, but in everything. Not limited, not confined. The reason anything is. And perhaps we are consciousness trying to understand the limitless ground from which we came. The one who proclaims that I am is existence. If God is the ground of being, why does the name matter? In the last discussion, we explored God not as a distant sky figure, but as the ground of being itself, the necessary reality that sustains all contingent reality, in all, yet beyond all. But now a question naturally arises. If God is not confined to language, if God is the sustaining foundation of existence, why does a name matter? Why would the creator of reality introduce himself by name at all? Titles versus names. A title describes function. A name identifies essence. King is a title. Judge is a title. Lord is a title. But a name points to identity. In the Hebrew scriptures, the Creator's personal name appears thousands of times, represented by 4 Hebrew letters: Yod, He, Wah, He, often rendered as YHWH. Many pronounce it Yahweh. Some say Yahuwah. Others say Yehovah. Pronunciation debates aside, what matters is this: it was a name. And over time, that name was replaced in many translations with the title Lord or God. Not lowercase, all caps. A substitution, originally rooted in reverence, but resulting in removal. Why removal changes perception. If God is the ground of being, then identity matters. A title can be reassigned. The word God can refer to a deity, an idol, money, power, self. The word Lord can apply to rulers, kings, or masters. But a name narrows reference. A name clarifies direction. When a personal name becomes a generalized title, precision softens. And when precision softens, concepts drift. The ground of being becomes abstracted. Personal revelation becomes institutional vocabulary. Identity becomes tradition. Do not take the name in vain, revisited. Exodus 27 says, "You shall not take the name of Yahweh your Elohim in vain." The Hebrew word translated vain is shav. It does not simply mean profanity. It means emptiness, falsehood, something rendered weightless. To carry the name in emptiness is to detach it from its reality, to attach it to falsehood, to reduce it to a slogan, or to erase it altogether. If God is the ground of being, then the name represents that grounding. To hollow the name is to hollow the connection. Names and conscious alignment. Language shapes perception. Perception shapes cognition. Cognition shapes behavior. Names are anchors. They stabilize reference. When a name is known, it creates orientation. Not because Yahuwah depends on language, but because humans do. If Yahuwah is the ground of being, and we are finite centers of awareness within that being, then alignment requires clarity. Clarity requires reference. Reference requires identity. The name functions as a stabilizer. Not magic, not superstition, orientation. Religion, symbols, and drift. Over time, systems develop. Institutions form. Traditions expand. Symbols multiply. None of these are inherently evil, but systems can obscure what they were meant to preserve. When symbols replace substance, the mind settles for representation instead of reality. When titles replace names, identity becomes generalized. When institutions mediate what was meant to be direct, distance increases. If Yahuwah is the ground of being, he is already nearer than near. No structure can add proximity, but structures can complicate perception. The narrowing path in a loud world. Scripture says, "Narrow is the path that leads to life." Matthew 7:14. This is often interpreted as exclusivity, but consider another perspective. The louder the world becomes, the harder it is to detect signal. We live in an age of infinite distraction. Information, misinformation, digital idols, algorithmic conditioning, fragmented theology, charismatic personalities, doctrinal confusion, noise. The path does not move, but perception fragments. And when perception fragments, alignment feels narrower. Not because Yahuwah became exclusive, but because clarity became rare. Now, consider this. If Yahuwah's name is replaced with the title of God, how would one tell the difference from their God and your God, their Lord and your Lord? Through the eyes of wisdom. One may consider this a potential form of confusion. When they proclaim, "In God we trust," whose God do they have trust in? Is their God and your God the same God? The deeper issue, substitution. The greatest distortion is not denial, it is substitution. Replacing the necessary being with lesser objects of devotion. Replacing the ground of existence with temporary identities. Power, politics, pleasure, influence, ideology. These are not evil because they exist. They are distortions when treated as ultimate. Anything finite treated as ultimate creates instability, because only the necessary being is stable enough to bear ultimacy. Why the name still matters. If Yahuwah is the ground of being, he does not need a name to exist, but we need clarity to align. The name was not given for his sake, it was given for ours, to prevent drift, to prevent confusion, to prevent substitution, to anchor reference. The ground of being is not abstract chaos, it is self-revealing, and revelation carries identity. When identity is remembered, alignment sharpens. When alignment sharpens, noise loses authority. And perhaps that is why the name matters, not as superstition, not as branding, but as orientation toward the necessary foundation that sustains all things. So, in the future, when you hear someone speak and they say Lord or God, you may want to ask them, what is your God's name? If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, share with your loved ones, your family now. And please, join us for our next video as we get into why images and symbols can distort the infinite. We love you. Take care, and I'll see you there.